This is Life Out Loud. I'm Rock. Got the cameraman Mike. Today's going to be in front of the camera with me. We just want to discuss something that's been on our mind today. We're talking about being self-conscious. Uh, a lot of times, even including these videos, a lot of times I feel personally a little self-conscious when I do them, and so I tried like the initial intro video where I'm on the sports bike. I literally drove around all day looking for a spot to do that video because I was very self-conscious of people seeing me or looking at me while I was doing the video. When in reality, you go through life, and 9 out of 10 times people don't even realize that you're there, and that's not because you're not important. It's just because they're all wrapped up in their own lives. So me and Mike were talking, and I just wanted to get his opinion on being self-conscious and the experiences you might have shared with that.
Well, definitely, and excuse the giggling because that's part of the whole being self-conscious that we're talking about. But as you see, we're in a park right now, and there's not many people around, but obviously people are going to be walking by, and honestly, that's all they're doing is just walking by. But subconsciously, we hear them talking amongst themselves, or and we hear them mumbling or whatever. And personally, for myself, to me in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, they're either mocking or making some weird
Like a commentary about you.
like a comment about just like what's this person doing with the
Right.
camera,
Right.
what are these guys doing? Are they tourists? Are they just making videos for their personal home movies or whatever?
Right.
And not knowing that what it is that we're trying to work on a project for everybody, whether it be people having struggled through life, or with life or personal problems, whether it be a relationship or problems at school with peer pressure, things like that. In reality, what we're trying to do is just gather enough people to watch us to understand that that they're not alone, and maybe help them through those situations. For right now, with us, we don't have that following yet. So right now we're just working with what we got, and that right now is being the whole self-conscious bit with people watching us as we're doing this.
Right. Yeah, well, it's true. A lot of times people have a tendency to think those kind of things, but if you're really going to try to grasp a hold of your life and you're really going to try to make something out of it, you really have to try to push that self-conscious thing to the back of your head and really try to just go forward and do whatever project you're going to do or do whatever you have in mind to do, because in reality, people are just wrapped up in their own lives, and they really don't have they're really not paying attention to you. Really, it's not that serious. But it's very understandable if you feel self-conscious, and just know that you're not alone, but also know that you're able to get past that, just like we're doing this video here in a very, very public park, but we're actually knocking it out. So just remember, life out loud, you got to make your move, be who you are, never make any excuses for who you are or what you do, and just live. And that's pretty much it, right, Mike?
Just about. And that's what I was just about to say too, is like you get so absolved in being self-conscious that you let it hold yourself back from doing what you just said. Our little project here, for example, with you driving around it took you all day just to shoot, what was it, like 15 seconds?
Yeah.
Just for you saying, like, sports bike, fat guy.
Right.
Sports bike, fat guy. And then that's another thing yourself is you're riding a sports bike, but you're a bigger guy,
Right.
and you don't think it matches. When in reality, it doesn't matter if it does or if it doesn't.
Right.
It's
Right.
a fact of the matter that you enjoy it. Forget what anyone else thinks,
Exactly.
and you overcome that by not letting it hold you back,
Right.
by still purchasing a sports bike and still riding it and enjoying it and getting your ride in. And that's a lot of things that people, let take, that a lot of people affected by holding them back,
Right.
because they're worried about what other people are going to think or what other people are going to comment,
Right.
or even you, whoever's watching this, could be smirking or laughing, be like, what are these two, fools doing,
Right.
recording a video in public places, that's whatever. When in reality, we want to come up with a project to try to help and reach out to
Right.
people, without wanting to send a positive message and have something positive for people to look at, and trying to help them through some rough times, or just some what if questions you got in your head.
Right.
And I think, and you always told me, you could either be always thinking what if, or do it and then have the no.
Right, exactly. And that's the best way to do things. I mean, if you have ideas that you want to go ahead with, or you want to have anything that you want to attempt to try to do, you just gotta go for the gusto. I mean, it's sometimes it's easier said than done because you feel that the obstacle might be too big or it might be too complicated. But in reality, if you break it down into pros and cons and you make yourself too little list on how I'm going to do it and what could be in the way, and just focus on the how you could do it, you could pretty much do anything that you put your mind to, within reason, of course. Like you're not going to be able to breathe underwater or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Like you put your mind to something, you can do it. You can do it. And so yeah. So any other last thoughts?
Yeah. So same what you said is like if you got an idea, go with it. Forget what you're you're being self-conscious about something. Don't just go for it. Don't let it hold you back. And take the bull by the horns and do something. You want to make videos for YouTube or for a website, for whatever reason, go ahead and do it. You want to, you're a heavier person, but you want to ride a sports bike,
right.
go for it. More power to you. And that's it. And it's just like, have that self-confidence within yourself to just go out and do it without the, what ifs. Just do it.
Right. Yeah. That's about it for now for Life Out Loud. Just remember, we're here 24/7, 365. You can click on the links on the webpage and come visit us on Facebook and on YouTube. And have a good day.
And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.
Yeah.